I think Hanzo is one of the strongest, if not the strongest DPS in Overwatch 2. Even with the Storm Arrow damage nerf that made it so that you need one extra hit to kill a 200 HP target, it still feels like Hanzo got an insane indirect buff with all the changes they did to the game. I think the most concrete measurable example I can give you is the fact that in Overwatch 1 I had around 16% headshot accuracy, but in Overwatch 2 I'm easily holding 25%, even though there are some crazy aim bugs going on, like for example controller settings affecting your mouse. So just make sure that your aim smoothing and aim ease in whatever settings there are for controller, just set those all to 0%. I think the biggest buff for Hanzo is the fact that they removed one tank. So now at most there is one shield, and like half of the time, if not even more, there's no shields at all. It just feels surreal to me to play so many games and not see one single shield. It's just like, I just can't believe it. Like, it just feels so easy to play now. Like, you can just shoot and, you know, kill people. I don't even know how to really put it into words. You might be thinking like, oh, so that explains the increased headshot accuracy, but it really doesn't, because if you hit a shield, it doesn't count as a body shot. It doesn't count as anything. It doesn't lower your headshot accuracy. As a matter of fact, I feel like I should have had higher headshot accuracy in Overwatch 2, because, you know, I would have gotten a lot of these lucky headshots where I'm aiming at people's heads through shields and the shield breaks and hits them in the head. Because, you know, like, if you're standing behind a shield, you're not really gonna try to be actively dodging headshots. It is a bit too early to say, like, why this is. Why am I hitting so many headshots? Maybe I'm just, like, trying to hit more headshots, since now that there's one less tank to heal, everyone gets healed back up so fast that it's not really even worth it to go for body shots. But yeah, there's yet another reason why Hanzo is so good right now. The fact that you can kill enemies in one hit makes it so that they can't get healed. And, you know, like I said, there's one less tank to heal, so if you, like, hit a body shot on someone, they're most likely just gonna get instantly healed back to full. Basically what this means is that if you can't one-shot your target, or at least deal a lot of burst damage, then this is like a huge indirect nerf to your DPS character. So, like, for example, Soldier, you kinda just have to hit that rocket, or you're gonna have a much harder time finishing off your target. So the fact that now technically everyone is way harder to kill makes it a lot easier to go for flanks on Hanzo and all characters in general. Because you don't really have the same time limit of like, oh god, I have to get pick right now, or my teammates are gonna die before I get to do anything. So even though Hanzo can't heal himself, I would still consider him like as defensive as Soldier, for example. Because unlike most other heroes, you only have to peek when you shoot. You can reload while staying in cover. And of course you can also wall climb to get to safety and take high ground, stuff like this. And you have your sonic arrow to get these defensive pre-fire shots. But yeah, the fact that there is one less player in each team means that there's also less damage on the board. So since Hanzo doesn't have self-heals, you kind of get punished harder for taking trash damage, like if someone accidentally hits you or just like pokes you with damage like Tracer from medium range. So this makes flanking safer as well. And of course, since the supports now have one less tank to heal, they have an easier time healing up the DPS as well. So this is also an indirect buff to characters who can't heal themselves. Also, looking at it from a mathematical perspective, another huge buff for heroes that can get picks is the fact that there's one less player in each team. Basically what this means is that in Overwatch 1, when you get a pick, you're killing 1/6 of the enemy team. But in Overwatch 2, when you get a pick, you are killing 1/5 of the enemy team, or 20% of the enemy team is dead just because you hit one headshot. I think Widow is even stronger than Hanzo in a lot of situations, but there is still one weakness that affects both Widow and Hanzo, and it's even worse for Widow. So basically that is the death ball of, you know, maybe they have a Tracer, Winston, Lucio who will just constantly chase you around and dive you. Widow will just not be able to deal with this at all. Hanzo still has a chance since you can kinda juke around a lot better, but like for example, I still had to go up from 3 cents to 3.75 just because I have to fight so many close-range targets. And this problem was a lot worse back in Overwatch 1, but you know, like, now the fact that there's one less target makes it so there's less damage, so dive is a tiny bit less effective. So that makes it a bit easier to survive on Hanzo. But there are situations where I, for example, change to Cassidy to get a guaranteed trade if they like really hard focus and try to like spawn camp me with like Lucio or something. Because, you know, then I can just throw the grenade. If it sticks and I hit 2 body shots, the target is guaranteed dead. Also, the map pool really favors Hanzo a lot more. Because, like, contrary to popular belief, Hanzo is not that good on 2 CP. Like, Hanzo is good on attack, but on defense, you get punished so harshly from just missing shots in one team fight. Like, you basically, if you miss your shots in one team fight while defending, you lose the whole point. So yeah, to kind of sum it up, Hanzo does a lot better on maps that are forgiving in terms of consistency. If you miss all your shots while trying to defend the payload, then you still get another chance to defend the same point. And of course, whenever you're attacking, there's basically no punishment for losing a fight except the amount of time that you wasted in that failed push. Yeah, I feel like push mode is even better for Hanzo than payload, just because of how the maps are made. So there's like a lot of flanks you can go on to get easy picks on unaware targets. I haven't actually had the time to test how aiming feels after changing the controller smoothing to 0. So I'm curious to see if my bad aim days weren't actually bad aim days, and instead it's just been the bugged out controller settings that affected my mouse that made it feel like I can't hit shots that I should be hitting. So, you know, of course, after I upload this video, I'm gonna go live and check how it feels. Maybe I can even reach a consistent 33% headshot accuracy. Also, just like I predicted before, Mercy is very strong now. You know, just the same fact that like getting one pick is more value now, it's the same way as getting one res is more value, because you're resing a higher percentage of the team. Just the fact that I think Hanzo and Widow are both gonna be like very strong meta DPS characters means that Mercy is gonna be a good pick in pretty much every match. It's just very sad that pocketing Hanzo is really not that effective. Like I said, that like, you know, body shots are not really that effective. You always want to go for headshots. And the easiest way to hit headshots is, of course, to hit unaware targets. But if you're getting damage boosted, everyone will know where you are because of the beam getting attached to you and you're glowing like a blue Christmas tree or whatever. On the plus side, if you have a Mercy in your team, she can pocket the other DPS, and it's basically guaranteed that the other DPS won't die unless he gets one shot. And you know, Hanzo's biggest enemy is the lack of time, and with the pocket, your other DPS is basically almost impossible to kill unless you hard dive him or he just does something dumb or gets headshotted. So this is gonna give you a lot more time to get that one pick that will immediately turn the tide of the team fight. So if you're serious about playing Hanzo in Overwatch 2, I recommend you also check out my Kiriko guide, because the same aim style works for Hanzo. It's the same one I'm using in these clips. The most important thing is to just minimize the amount of useless crosshair movements. Always just try to keep your crosshair at head level, because hitting body shots is not as effective in Overwatch 2 as it was in Overwatch 1. I have been climbing with a comfortable 65% win rate despite having like a lot of problems with my aim, and like I said, I don't know if it's because of the settings. We will see today. I'm very excited to play more Overwatch. I think once I get used to my new mouse sensitivity and if these settings actually fix my other problems, then it's gonna be some crazy gameplay. It's gonna be so enjoyable to play Hanzo for me. I'm so excited. It's like, I do pop off with the Mercy Pocket as well, but in the end, damage boost is wasted on Hanzo since you one-shot targets with headshots either way, so it's just an overkill. And Hanzo relies so much on surprising the target to land the headshot, so the pocket just feels wasted on him compared to how much benefit the other DPS would get from it. And this way you can also trust your other DPS's performance a lot more.
Oh, Arrge. Arrge, okay, sure, okay.
Excuse me, could I get your attention, please? If you would like to get this legendary Kiriko skin for free, and also a cool voice line for Kiriko for free, come check me out live on Twitch. There's Twitch drops right now. More information in the video description below. Thanks for watching.